Hello YouTube, this is Plugman's Pie here, and I'm here to bring you on where I think The Elder Scrolls 6 will be, based on lore-friendly facts and previous games. Now, the first point I'm going to make is the fact that people always want it to be in places like Akavir. Well, so far not a single one of the single-player games has been outside of Tamriel, so I doubt they'll start that now. Now it's time to eliminate previous Elder Scrolls games. The last one was Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, so Skyrim's definitely out of the picture. Then Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion set in Cyrodiil. Then Elder Scrolls 3 set in Morrowind. And finally High Rock and Hammerfell, which was in Elder Scrolls 2. This now leaves 4 remaining provinces, which consist of Somerset Isles, Valenwood, Elsfyr and Black Marsh. Alright, I'm going to start with Somerset Isles. Now, the one good thing about Somerset Isles is it's magic based, because that's the High Elves. So that means they could bring the Psijic Order back, which would make an interesting storyline. The only problem is you're going too quickly to the home world of the Thalmor, which I think is kind of taking them out too soon, because that's what you would have to do in the Somerset Isles. So I'd rather it not be there, but there is the possibility that it could be there. The next problem with the Somerset Isles is there's not a lot of room for the Fighters Guild. There was the College of Winterhold in Skyrim, which we were able to use, but in Somerset Isles there's no equivalent to the Fighters Guild or Companions. So it's very hard to fit that in, which would really move the combat base, so they need to add that in, well, at least mention it in another Elder Scrolls game first. The next province, as I said, was Valenwood. Now, it's pretty hard to guess from a lore perspective, as they could do anything. All Imperial Legion, well, the Empire was removed once the Aldmeri Dominion invaded, so there's nothing I can even predict in this, and I'm pretty much an Elder Scrolls geek, and I look all this up for fun. So I don't know what they would do with Valenwood, so it is a possibility, but I doubt they'd do it based on the fact that there is nothing there solid yet that they can come up with when they've already got ideas in place for other regions. Now Elsfyr, the third one, is one of the two best, I think, because at the moment we know it's been divided into 2 states, which then would allow for another civil war system. If they advance that would be pretty interesting. Now, this could also then clash with the Empire trying to get Elsfyr back under its control, because at the year 100, 4th era, the Thalmor took it under their wing, well, the Aldmeri Dominion did, claiming they brought back the 2 moons, Nirn and Master, I think it is. So Elsfyr is a good place. It's also got the culture of the Khajiits, which is quite fascinating. There's various Khajiits that you don't see throughout the game, and they could bring in were creatures. They've got new mount possibilities with the Khajiit brothers and sisters, as they call them, because a Khajiit is born based on the moon cycles, they say, which is lore friendly, that, because that's what they are based from. So Elsfyr is one of the 2 better regions to go, but I don't think it's the best one. I think personally the best one is Black Marsh, which I'm going to mention next. Now you're either thinking one of 2 things. Why Black Marsh? Or yes, definitely Black Marsh. Well, I think Black Marsh because one of the the Dark Brotherhood has Vizier, who is the Shadow Scale, who claims he's the last Shadow Scale. They could revive that in Black Marsh, which would be very interesting. Now, Black Marsh's government isn't to do with the Legion or the Aldmeri Dominion, so you could have the first major class of that inside a game. Now, it's called the Anaxia, which is mentioned in the books. You've also got the history of the Hist, which was only seen in Oblivion during the Fighters Guild quest, and we know there's a Fighters Guild there in the 4th era of year 40 in the books. Now we don't know what it's like now. There is a lot of sea border, probably the biggest one aside from Vvardenfell, which was an island, so it would be really good. And also they've expanded a bit into Morrowind, so you still would get that Morrowind culture all in all, because they have some of that land. It's the lower section where the black dot is, well, the 2 black dots in Morrowind, I think they go up to there. So it is potentially a good place to go. Now the main quest, I don't know what they do, because I doubt they do it with the Imperial Legion and the Thalmor, but to be honest, you don't know what they're going to do for any of them with the main quest. Probably the only one you could predict is Somerset Isle with some involvement with the Psijic Order, but you would have thought that'd be for the Mages Guild. Now, personally I do see Black Marsh being the best choice, not because they're my favourite race. They actually destroyed my favourite race, the Dark Elves, but because the surrounding is new. There's nothing like that surrounding. We've had you got the deserts in Hammerfell and Redguard, you've got the luscious forests of Valenwood in Cyrodiil. I don't remember what Somerset Isles is like. So Black Marsh is probably the best one to choose, I think personally. Now you can give me your views on this and opinions, which I would gladly accept, then put it into another video. So all in all, the more that of you, the audience that comments back to me, the more I can make another video with other people, the audience, views on it. So this is Plogman's Pie, signing off.